Leyton Orient's fourth term in League One has opened unevenly. A flat defeat, a comfortable win and a swift cup upset in midweek. It's not the start coach Richie Wellens would have mapped out, but the opportunity to recalibrate begins here. A squad reshaped over the summer and still settling into its rhythm, and today's assignment will measure how quickly those pieces can click together. Stockport County meanwhile arrived clean and convincing. 2 from 2 in the league, through in the cup, and carrying the weight of last season's playoff exit, decided of course by Orient. That evening ended from the spot. This one starts with a point to prove. Dave Challoner's side looks sharper, deeper and more assured. Admirola bundled in to Aaron Connolly, and the ball knocked out into the deck. Callum Camps has gone down again here. I think for neither of these managers, they don't want any early season injuries. It's already been a difficult start for Orient on that regard. As Lowe will enter the fray almost certainly now. On loan from Stoke City. Spent the first half of last season on loan at Walsall, scoring 15 times in 22 League Two appearances. And that's neat play by Admirola. Idris El Mazouni with space to rifle one close to goal, and Connolly with the effort. Connolly involved again, this time with the shaping drive from the edge of the area, and it's intricate on the edge. It's Idris El Mazouni who sees his teammate in red. Connolly's effort is a yard shy, and they're so keen to restabilise in League One for a disappointing opening day defeat to Huddersfield, albeit a baptism of fire. Here's Admirola. Mazouni on to Clare, and that's neat through the lines. Ollie O'Neill across, and the chance for Karoma went begging, and it was a tight angle for Josh Karoma, and Richie Wellens with a sense of gusto watching on the sidelines. So neat from Orient. On to halfway, and now chance for Diamond to stretch the play. Wriggling inside, and on it goes to Moxon. Keith with the delightful ball in, and Nathan Lowe heads it home. Stockport from nowhere have taken the lead here, and for all the pressure and all the positivity from Orient, it's Stockport with the early initiative. And it came from nowhere, like a flash. The Blues are ahead. Keith with a delightfully precise cross, dangles onto the head of Lowe, and he has to make so much of that, Lowe. There's no doubt about that. He's only 19 years of age, but he shows so much poise there. Cuts inside and finds Mazouni, and space opening up now for Orient to prosper with, perhaps. That ball sent low, and now Low on, and he was running with pace there. Dan happy. Norwood and Dodson perched over this, and it's Norwood who flicks it in, and the header, and Stockport have doubled the lead. It's delightful from Stockport. A dagger of a header and a double blow for Leyton Orient. They'll be so disappointed with that. That ball put straight into the middle of the park, the middle of the box, and the header is powered home. And they got the delivery of O'Keefe and Dodson. But that ball sent inside, and Jayasimi looping wide in the end. Jayasimi with the curling ball just over the side net in there. Here's Clare, bounding forward. Admirola gets caught. O'Keefe picks his pocket and prevails down that channel. Admirola this time across at the expense of the corner. And that corner taken quickly, and Orient were asleep there. That ball then fizzed in, and it will fall to Olowu. It's quite an instinctive save from Simkin. Olowu, the quickest to react to the rebound, but Simkin knew absolutely nothing about that. That's what the reflex training is for. He's got such a personality, Richie Wellens. I don't need to tell you what he's thinking there. A lot more problematic at initial glancing. But Karoma, industrious, gets himself back on his feet there. And he's battling with Pai. And he continues his battle with Pai into the box. Jayasimi stands it up for Clare. And then the shot on the half turn from Connolly. Well, his hands on his hips. He can't be too many complaints there. He got a clean strike at goal. It's all made from Karoma. Doesn't give Ethan Pai a moment to breathe. And he just snatches at it. Gain the throw. Taken with urgency. Connolly with a touch, and Connolly with the threaded ball through. That's nice and piercing. Here's O'Neill. Stands up. O'Keefe, and then Connolly with the effort. And Connolly pulls one back. Well, he's been buzzing around all game. He started the second half with a real purpose. And Connolly curls home into the corner. And that will change the complexion of this game. Connolly initially with the piercing drive forward. And Neil does so well there to hold off the advances of O'Keefe. Takes the extra touch, feeds it to Connolly, who feeds it into the far corner. Here's Connolly. Out wide it comes to Karoma. He's bearing down on goal. Karoma into the box. Manages to buy a yard. It will drop to Morehouse. He's beaten Adai. Adai almost able to scramble it away. Karoma looks to keep it alive, and it's cleared away. And for the first time in this game, Corey Adai looked uncomfortable. He threw a punch at that. And there was no one really to deal with it. Lowe loses it. Morehouse regains it. And Backinson is on his way. And a ball through the lines. And a big chance here. Ollie O'Neill equalises with aplomb. Leyton Orient. The tide has been turning. And now the scoreline reflects it. Orient are level. And just like the playoffs a couple of months ago, their powers of recovery know no ends. Ollie O'Neill slipped in behind, and he finds the net with a sumptuous drive. And there is the full-time whistle. What an enthralling game that has proved to be. Leyton Orient, delicious on the counter, and they have somehow pulled themselves out of jail. Stockport County have got to be disappointed with that. And Dave Challoner walks off with his head down, but he knows that you can't give Orient any real opportunity. Richie Wellens still continuing the conversation on. Reminds me of a certain manager in the Premier League from Manchester City, but still not content with the point. He wanted all three. He will settle for a point though. And at full time at Brisbane Road, it's Leyton Orient 2, Stockport County 2.